Pasteur proved that food could be spoiled because of contamination with microbes in the air. Kind contamination means state of being spoiled, and microbes are microorganisms in the air, and those microorganisms were at the root of diseases. Though controversial, his germ theory led to the development of antiseptics and set a milestone in the health sector care. Okay, germ theory means it's a kind of a subject on which he was working and which was related to microorganisms. Antiseptics are things which are given to prevent infections. It can be any cream, medicine, liquid injection, whatever. And milestone is any kind of achievement. Okay, so earlier the people believed microorganisms are harmful. Okay, and they can cause diseases only, which you have also read in science. Okay, but Pasteur believed that there are some usefulnesses also of microorganisms, and how he proved it through his germ theory. Okay, and later on he was continuing with this same subject. After the success met with the germ theory, Pasteur was approached by Napoleon III for a solution to the problem faced by the wine industry of France. For a major chunk means part of the 19th century, the quality of French wine was poor. Often there were complaints of the wine becoming sour, bitter, and flavorless. The news of these diseases spread through Europe, thereby hampering wine export in France. Hampering means making something difficult. Okay, so this stanza is very important. Napoleon III invited Louis Pasteur because France was suffering a great issue. Wine industry of France was declining because the taste of wine was changing after some time. It was becoming sour or tasteless, bitter, whatever. Okay, but Pasteur wanted to know the reason first of all of this. Then he wanted to give the solution. So how he did the experiment? French wine was famous all over the world, and yet it was rather difficult to sell abroad. Pasteur was aware of the problems of conserving wine during his work on fermentation. So, as he was working on fermentation, he was already expert in this field. So, he first of all gathered the samples of this wine. Okay, he inspected the wine sample from different parts of the France, and he arrived at the alarming conclusion. Alarming means shocking conclusion that almost every winery in France had suffered great alteration. Alteration means change. Okay, so Pasteur collected many samples of wine, and then he tested it, and then he got to know that actually all the samples collected from different industries of France were completely changed. Pasteur realized that this was due to contamination. How it happened? How the taste of any food item changes due to contamination? Because microorganisms develop in this. So after several experiments, he suggested, underline this. Okay, he suggested that wine should be heated on 55 degrees Celsius to kill bacteria without affecting the taste.